Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Nick here. This is a video called reacting to a couple of trailers that have come out in the last 2 weeks. Well, week and a half almost, since Monday the 2nd of December to Tuesday the 10th of December. For a couple of films, and also for just a quick clarify, there was also a Doctor Who Series 12 release date trailer released on Monday 2nd. There was also a proper main trailer for the series on Saturday the 23rd of November. So I've done reactions to those on the Universal's channel. Go check those out. I've also got contributions from fellow members Jean-Luc Harry, Matt Moyer, and Thomas Aidan James on the main one that was released on November 23rd, and a contribution from Tom on the release date trailer from Monday the 2nd of December. So go check those videos out. I've also done a reaction to the No Time to Die trailer that was released on Wednesday 4th of December. So go check that out as well. It's a bit rambly, but I talk a lot about other Bond films in that as well. Talk a bit about them. But this reaction here is mainly for, also released on Wednesday 4th December, or around that time, was a trailer for the upcoming Black Widow film, which will be the 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and another prequel in the series, this time focusing on Black Widow possibly taking on some of the people who trained her, as we saw in Avengers Age of Ultron back in 2015, and fighting up some villains before joining S.H.I.E.L.D. and seeing her in Iron Man 2, which is her first chronological appearance prior to this film's release. After this film's release, that, unless there are sequels coming out, that will take place in between, like with Captain Marvel. Not like with Captain America, though, because it was Awakened in 2011. But yeah, if there's any more between this film and between Iron Man 2 chronologically, then they'll be coming up, they'll be filling the gaps. But it's likely this one will tie in with Iron Man 2. I say likely, maybe we'll see, or at least have her hired by S.H.I.E.L.D. by the very end. But yeah, anyway, so Black Widow, that'll be coming out in May 2020. And No Time to Die, that will be coming out in April 2020, and Doctor Who Series 12 will be coming out January to March 2020, with a special later on in the year. I'm still guessing it's going to be an Easter special. Also released this week, Monday 9th, Wonder Woman 1984, which is the next DC film. I think it'll be the 8th, because DC Universe one, what was nicknamed the DCEU. Joker doesn't really count as a DCU film, so this will be the 8th film in the series, and this will be coming out in June, I think, June 2020. April, May, June 2020. And I also watched the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer that dropped today on Tuesday the 10th of December. That's looking pretty interesting. But all of them are looking interesting. Ghostbusters Afterlife, this is technically Ghostbusters 3, the sequel to Ghostbusters 2 1989, and which is the sequel to Ghostbusters 1984, with ignoring Ghostbusters 2016. With me and with the Ghostbusters films, I liked the first one. I'm not going to say I'm a massive fan of it, but I liked it. Enjoyed the second film as well. Not seen the 2016 film. I know that's got a lot of hate, but some people like it. Some people don't like it for the because it's taste of comedy, whilst other people man baby cry about it because it's female led. Yeah, it was probably the earliest one that started this sort of female led main leads, spin-off / reboots, and the whole social justice, political correctness, woke movement thingy that people keep complaining about. Sometimes they're justified in it, and sometimes they're just baby crying. Mostly the latter. Some people have genuine concerns over the former, but the latter is the main reason we hear about it. It's usually just mainly men, but sometimes ladies as well, just crying all over, just making excuses just to not to like it. Maybe they're just afraid of change, but they're taking it in a very childish direction. And this is coming from someone who not 3 years ago was, well, 17 is technically the last year of childhood before you become a legal adult. So yeah, this is coming from someone who's not long since starting adulthood, 2.5 years ago. Yeah, but anyway, so What do I think of these trailers? Well, Black Widow. I thought that was a pretty cool trailer. Not sure what the story is, but yeah, same with the other two. But this one looks pretty cool. Looks like Black Widow's going after people who experimented on her, or maybe some of the other ones they did. Um, some evil villains out there. I'm not sure when it's set. I'm predicting 2000 to 2010 ish. So sometime in the 2000s, because Iron Man 2 is 2010 ish. That's when it came out. It might be set in 2008, to be honest. Then again, it's the theory that it could be set in 2012 or 2011 because of Fury's big week. So Iron Man 2 set somewhere between 2008 and 2012. So I'm predicting Black Widow is going to be set between 2000 and 2008, or 2000 and 2010. The MCU's timeline is just as convoluted as some of the other timelines we get in these movie and TV franchises. Can go all over the places, but looking really cool. Some really great stuff. Finally, we got a Black Widow solo film, and Scarlett Johansson is looking like she's taking it in her stride. And hope it will probably also wrap up the character's journey. Or I say wrap up / start it, because it's a prequel film. And as we all know, the character did sadly die at the end of not at the end, in the middle of Avengers Endgame. I'm sure that's not a spoiler now. It's been out for over half a year. So hopefully we'll get a bit more about the character. Got quite a bit of backstory in Age of Ultron, and quite a little bit in the first Avengers film, and a little bit in Endgame. But I think this one's going to reveal stuff about the character, and also Hawkeye, who wasn't really in this trailer beyond some scenes from the other films. But he has appeared in an earlier teaser, so we're definitely going to be seeing him. We've also seen some sort of family dynamic between Black Widow and some other characters, including a potential actual sister, and this other guy who fits into this. He gets into this red costume. These guys look like they could be allies of Black Widow, and maybe not necessarily an entire family, but maybe people consider themselves family. As in an Endgame, Black Widow doesn't know her father, unless there's going to be some memory erasing technique, amnesia stuff happening in this film, which they might have done when she goes to that the whole training thing. But I mean, it's more closer to the end of the film. See X-Men Origins Wolverine, and that was a pretty terrible way how they handled that. So yeah, Black Widow is looking interesting. Not sure whether I say that or Eternals, and I'm more anticipated. Which one of the two I'm more anticipated for 2020 out of the two. Not really know much about the Eternals whilst Black Widow. I've been watching this character since 2014-15, in the Avengers, and then Avengers Age of Ultron, and then went back for other movies. Missed Civil War at the cinema, so I had to go back for that one as well. And then caught up again with the Avengers film, last two Avengers films. So, so I pretty much know the character as her film role, as well as also some of the animated series episodes, the 2012-13 animated series ones from the Disney Channel. There was a Crimson Widow character there who was a villainess. I don't know if this is going to be, maybe this is the sister, maybe that's what she's going to be. She's going to turn villain at the end, Maybe she's Crimson Widow, or maybe with Ned from Spider-Man, they're going to turn her into an ally instead of an enemy throughout the film. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see how this all goes down. Moving on to another female-led superhero film that is a prequel / sequel. This is a sequel to another film that serves as a film set in an earlier point in time. Wonder Woman 1984, following up the amazing Wonder Woman film from 2017. I think Patty Jenkins is back directing and maybe writing or looking over the story, so that's always a good sign. Set in 1984, Wonder Woman is facing off against the Russians, and although we don't see it in this trailer, she'll be fighting Cheetah. I think she's talking to the woman who becomes Cheetah, played by Kristen Wiig. We see her a few times in the trailer, but we don't see Cheetah unless she's wearing the gold costume at the end. But I think that's Wonder Woman. But I think they will probably show. I think there'll be another trailer before the film comes out that will probably tease at least Cheetah. Wondering how they're going to go about it, whether they're going to actually have the character naked like Mystique, or like Mystique in the comics and cartoon strips, if they're going to cover the character's cover the character in clothes as opposed to having her naked, basically like Mystique in the films. We'll see how it turns out, and if it passes at PG-13/12A. If it worked for Mystique, it should work for Cheetah. We'll see how that goes. But again, like I said, the Cheetah version of the character doesn't pop up. I think the character who's going to become Cheetah, does turn up, because I think that is Kristen Wiig we see a few times, but we don't see Cheetah herself pop up just yet. It's just her before she's Cheetah or when she's not being Cheetah. In the meantime, the trailer is very focused on Wonder Woman I suppose, just living in 1984, and there's this guy's like, oh, I'm going to bring everybody's wishes to life, but in return, I'm going to do something evil. So Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, he's back somehow. I'm sure they're going to explain it or something. Whether he'll stick around is another question. And then the guy's just out for some sort of evil business. And again, we're fighting the Russians. Black Widow's probably fighting some Russians in there, or possibly. So we're going to get 2 female-led superhero films fighting or in some sort of conflict with Russians, plus potentially other enemies. Again, Cheetah's, Kristen Wiig, probably an American character. But looking pretty interesting, and there looks to be some pretty good comedy in there as well. In both female-led superhero films I'm doing trailer reactions to, looks to be some good comedy, as well as some great action, and I think both lead characters are going to be great. Which of the two do I have more excitement to? Well, I think Wonder Woman. I think that's going to be a really good one. I think that's going to be a really great film. Plus, the 2017 film is probably the best of the DC Extended Universe, as it's nicknamed, films so far. And yeah, that was a big surprise to those who weren't really enjoying the previous installments. Whilst I've been enjoying the character quite a bit throughout the previous films, I'm not sure how, as a solo film, it's going to go down, as it will be the first one. So I'm more excited for Wonder Woman. That being said, I'm sure Black Widow will be really good. Then again, Captain Marvel, that split a lot of fans. Personally, I liked it, but on a rewatch, it might go down in opinion, possibly. Speaking of splitting the fan base, Ghostbusters. Well, so I don't really know what the general consensus of the particular trailer we're reacting to here. My comment about splitting the fan base is more aimed to the 2016 reboot. Again, not seen that, so I can't comment. But basically, just having a female-led reboot does not mean you have to completely hate it. Reasons for disliking it can include not enjoying the comedy angle, or not enjoying the plot, or if the visual effects aren't that great, or whatever. Some of the genuine criticisms of people who didn't like it or didn't enjoy it, those are genuine criticisms. But because it's 4 female leads, no, that's not a reason to hate it. Not really, unless they're done really badly, which could have what happened from the trailers. It looked okay. Not the effects, but the characters looked okay. Maybe might pull it off. Not sure how it went down. Like I said, haven't seen it yet. But yeah, for those who didn't like it, just tell me what your reasons are. Apart from the fact that it's they're 4 female leads. Just apart from that, what did you not like about it? And what did you like about it, if you did like it, or mix and match of opinions? Because there was the occasional mixed opinion in the room, or okay opinion in the room. Okay, but as for the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer, this one takes the whole new direction. Seems to be well, for starters, it's not really what fans were expecting. They were probably expecting the original cast, minus I think it was the actor who played Ventnan, guy with glasses, the really smart one. Apart from him, because he's passed away after Ghostbusters 2, apart from him, most people were expecting everyone but him back. So Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver. Can't remember his name, but the black guy. Sorry. But they expected them back, and here we get something a bit different. It's not seeing the original cast, we're seeing some new characters. This time potentially the children and daughter-in-law and grandchildren of one of these characters. Not sure which one yet. Depends on who's coming back and who's not coming back. It could be Ventman, or I'm just going to nickname him the Clever One. The Clever One, it might be his family. We'll see when it comes out, or if another trailer helps answer these questions. I am looking forward to seeing how they'll take this new story arc with these kids, with Finn Winehead, who, if you watched my main channel reviews recently, was in its chapters 1 and 2, and Adam's Family. As damn it, I've forgotten his name in it. Richie. If you asked me back in September 2017, I would have told you what the characters were like with no problem. But Richie, or slash young Richie in the second one, in the It films, and the voice of Pugsley in The Addams Family. And of course, he's most well known for his character in Stranger Things, who I don't know, I haven't watched Stranger Things. I know, a controversial statement and a blasphemy. It's just as blasphemous as saying I haven't seen Game of Thrones, which I haven't, so I can really care about what happened in season 8. Now, the controversy of Doctor Who Series 11, that's something I care about, but that's put that to the side. Anyway, so yeah, but he's looking like he's pretty good. Also, we've got Paul Rudd from the Ant-Man films. He's great here. He's got some really good stuff. I think he's going to be a little bit more of a serious character here, or at least, but we'll see how it goes. And there's a couple of other kid characters. It could be fun. We could have, maybe this film's going to go down in a kind of a kid teenage Ghostbusters thing, instead of all of them are kids, or kids with a teacher, which could be a good angle. I mean, we've had the whole female team angle, and I'm sure that at some point down the line we could get a mixture of male and female characters as a team. Heck, here we've got a girl in with 2 boys, so so we could have a mixed gender and mixed age team as well as mixed race, which is something that they've had pretty much one token black person in their team, so we could have more another black guy maybe. We'll see, or black boy or black kid. We'll see. We'll see what so-called box ticking they get. I say so-called because that's what some people might accuse it of. But you know, they've been, well, actually, I was going to say it's progressive, not so much. Okay. You know, let's see how the third film turns out. Pretty much looks pretty interesting. The visual effects try to look like they're going back to the originals, but still CG'd. And it's also interesting that these ghosts are causing problems for this small town and causing earthquakes and stuff. That'll be interesting to see what's going on there, what's the point of that. And also, Slimer is back by the looks of it as well. No sign of a Ghostbusters theme, the song theme, in the trailer, but that might come later at a later date. The car, the Ecto-1, looks really cool though. Okay, that's pretty much all I need to say on those ones, but I just want to get out 2 more trailer reactions quickly. First of all, one from earlier in November, Scoob, which is the trailer for the theatrical animated Scooby-Doo film coming out in April next year. Previously, we've had 2 live-action theatrical films and several animated direct-to-video slash DVD TV films slash specials over the last 21 years, plus a few before that, a couple of animated specials or TV movies, mainly direct-to-video movies and specials, plus also a few other special things outside of the 13 now main shows. Spoiler, not seen the new one yet, but it looks like the second incarnation, but for a modern audience. And they've also had 2 live-action TV movies, which I suppose count as the 3rd and 4th live-action films. There've only been 4 live-action theatrical and TV films together, 2 each. And now we've got a 3rd theatrical film, but it's going to be CGI animated films. So basically where Scooby-Doo belongs, really, animated. The live-action, they tried, but they don't think they quite succeeded. Maybe because they were focusing on being a bit of a cartoony live-action film for the theatricals, and didn't quite completely get it right with the didn't quite get it right. And also with the TV movie ones, I think they got a bit lazy in places. I think more effort actually went into those into those theatrical ones. They just weren't that great. Fun, but not that great. So with the new Scoob trailer, we're looking at a new origins of Shaggy meeting Scooby, and the two are going off an adventure. This trailer also implies that other Hanna-Barbera properties, as Scooby-Doo's a Hanna-Barbera property when it first started out. Now it's owned by they're all owned by Warner Brothers, but when it started out, it was Hanna-Barbera. And so there's a couple of references into there, like on the Blue Falcon's plane thing, and Dick Dastardly, voiced by Jason Isaacs, who was in Harry Potter as Lucius Malfoy. He's going to be popping up places, but it's mainly Scooby and Shaggy based, with Fred, Daphne, Velma also popping in. So maybe we'll get some sort of character interactions between the three of them. I think Zac Efron and Amanda Seyfried are good, well cast as Fred and Daphne, but I think Gina Rodriguez is a little miscast as Velma. The guy playing Shaggy is also pretty good, but he doesn't quite sound Shaggy enough. The only actor from the show or shows, the regular voice of Scooby-Doo, Frank Welker, will be voicing Scooby here. He's the only one of the cast who has done Scooby-Doo before, being voice of Scooby since 2001-ish, and the voice of Fred since the start, maybe on some exceptions with both. But yeah, he's coming in to do Scooby here, naturally. I think the only time since 2001 he hasn't done it, or one of the very few times, were the two live-action theatrical films, although he did do it for the TV movie ones, live-action TV movie ones. None of the current voice actors for the specials films or current series are coming back here, so it's a new cast apart from for Scooby-Doo. And I think Zac Efron and Amanda Seyfried are, from what I heard in the trailer, there's not really much of Fred, Daphne, or Velma. From what I heard in the trailer, they're okay. They're good in the role, especially Zac Efron as Fred. I think he's been a well cast. Whilst Amanda Seyfried, I think she's also pretty well cast in the role. Again, only heard one line from Daphne, one or two lines from Velma. And I think Gina Rodriguez, as great as an actress she is, I've heard bits of her from Carmen Sandiego. Not seen the show properly, just seen clips. But from us, I don't think she's. I think she's been miscast as Velma. I think she would have been better as another character, possibly even Daphne, but I think she's miscast as Velma. But, I'm not going to hold it too much against her. I think she does a good job with what she does. I just think she's miscast. The guy playing Shaggy, I think he's probably good casting, but he's not Shaggy enough just yet. They might get it sorted by 2020. They might get it sorted by the final release. This might be some other takes, or maybe it's some work in progress. We'll see how it goes. Frank Welker, of course, sounds outstanding as Scooby-Doo, as always. So we'll see how it goes. And it's basically just characters kind of getting along with each other a little bit and having a bit of fun, getting into mischief and stuff. It's something you expect from Scooby-Doo without revealing what this plot's about. Something involving Dick Dastardly and the Blue Falcon, no doubt. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. The other trailer I wanted to talk about was a TV trailer. This is another TV thing for a new version of A Christmas Carol featuring Guy Pearce, also seen in the MCU in Iron Man 3, and also known for Momentum, which I haven't seen yet. Well, not Memento. Haven't seen yet. That's a Christopher Nolan film, and also for Prometheus and Alien Covenant, the latter uncredited as Mr. Wayland. And this is looking more of a darker version of A Christmas Carol, from the makers of Peaky Blinders and the producers of Taboo, neither of which I saw, but they're pretty dark series I'm aware of. So this is looking more of a darker and scarier version of A Christmas Carol, and we'll see how that goes. I personally enjoy the more fun versions of the story, where you got the scares in the with the ghosts and the whole future stuff, but I like to have the more upbeat story, as it's kind of a story of you can just show this guy he's wrong about everything, and he'll be a nice person in the end. Everyone's done this story. Almost everyone has done a version of A Christmas Carol. Looney Tunes, Doctor Who, the Muppets version is my personal favourite of the ones I've seen. I think the Muppets one is generally considered one of the best, if not the best. It's that or one called Scrooge. But I think I've seen the Jim Carrey one. I think that's good. I think that's a darker take, but I think I enjoyed how that version went. It kind of still kept it a bit up, bit enjoyable with this darker tone, or it might have gone a bit too dark in some places. But I prefer kind of an upbeat. I say upbeat, a more lighter tone with the dark elements added in when they need to be, such as the Ghost of Christmas Future sections and when Marley's ghost first turns up. So those bits. Again, this is another reason why Muppets' version works so perfectly, because they knew when to include their darker points whilst keeping it pretty light and enjoyable. Might have been a bit too light because it was the Muppets and it was trying to be more of a children's film as opposed to a family film. But I think it pulled it off really well. And yeah, so we'll see how this darker version goes down. But personally, I like the more lighter version with the darker stuff where it needs to be, like Marley's ghost and the Ghost of Christmas Future when they need to be there. But yeah, but it's looking like a pretty good trailer, and Guy Pearce could potentially be a pretty good Scrooge. Plus, some of the characters who may want to get a word in or two speaking to him, like potentially Mrs. Cratchit perhaps, might get the chance in this installment. This version, I should say. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that's some trailer reactions from in this hopefully just half an hour long video. Some pretty good trailers. In order from most anticipated for films, I would say from least anticipated to anticipated of the ones covered here, plus No Time to Die, I would say Ghostbusters Afterlife, Black Widow, Scoob. Actually, maybe Scoob more than Black Widow, I'm not sure yet. But then number 2 would be Wonder Woman 1984. But my most anticipated is, of course, No Time to Die. That's going to be my most anticipated movie of next year. As for TV shows, Christmas Carol 2019, Doctor Who Series 12. Naturally, that's going to be the most anticipated TV series of 2020, Doctor Who Series 12. Most anticipated episode? I don't know just yet. It's still hush-hush under wraps, although episodes 1 and 2, Spyfall, are very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Jadoon and the Sidemen back. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Again, check out reactions on the Whoniversal's channel for Doctor Who Series 12, November 23rd and December 2nd trailers, and also check out my reaction to the No Time to Die trailer and my thoughts on it on this channel. And thank you for watching this video on the other trailer reactions. What do you think of these trailers, including Doctor Who Series 12's 2 trailers and No Time to Die's trailer? As well as other teaser trailers like the No Time to Die filming video and the Ghostbusters Afterlife teaser that they released not too long ago, the Black Widow teaser, both that and Ghostbusters a few months ago. And what did you think of that teaser of the Doctor Who one teasing the teaser coming later in the month? I don't know why they do that. They do that recently for TV and film, especially film. They did it for Wonder Woman 89 and No Time to Die as well. They had this little teaser a few days before the actual trailer, teasing the trailer. Yeah. But anyway, drop your opinions down below in the comments. Please be nice. I'll see you guys next time for something else. And also on my retro channel at the moment should be a review of the Grand Budapest Hotel, which I've recorded before doing this review video. So go check that out as well, and check out further videos coming up. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne YouTube channel. And also there will be a sometimes they're justified, sometimes they're just crying because. And this is coming from a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old who wasn't too long, well, a couple of years back and which could be, I mean, Wonder Woman's probably fighting, not one. Now, Doctor Who Series 11. Now I do care. That is what I... Okay, so that's pretty much the main trailers. But I also want to get out 2 more trailers. Quick, 2 or 3... Yeah, 2 trailers. Just yet. The only character who regularly does the The only guy coming, I think he's in the role pretty. I think he gets the role pretty well. Don't forget to